everybody, it's Cameron, your patient navigator and go-to person for medicated navigation. Today we are back at Community Food Club and we are making salmon patties and sauteed vegetables. It's easy, delicious, affordable, and quick. All right, let's get started. So these are the ingredients we have today. I got the breadcrumbs from Dollar General. I got the oregano from Dollar General. Most of you are already gonna have, salt and pepper. Olive oil is pretty cheap. You can get this from the dollar store as well. Everything else I got from Community Food Club. So I got the salmon, onion, bell peppers, egg, all of those Community Food Club. All right, let's get started with the salmon patties. All right, so I went ahead and took all of the tuna out of the can. So first, let's get our onion ready. You can use the whole onion or half an onion. Depends on how much you like onion, So I'm gonna start by cutting the onion in half. I'm only using half an onion today. Again, you decide how much you want to use. I usually cut one layer in just so I can get that skin off and get a nice white onion. You see how I'm peeling this? Very mindful, very demure. Next, what we're going to do is try to hide our mess from the viewers and fail. You're going to take your knife and cut it horizontally. I don't remember angles. So just like a 1/4 inch apart, See how I'm kind of cutting in there. All right, see how I did, lines this way. Now I'm gonna come underneath a little bit and start cutting in, not all the way in, up until the end, but not all the way through. Okay, like so, like that. Right. And you're just gonna chop. See all that? All those onions? And we're gonna put that portion in here. We'll use our hands. Wash your hands like I did, so you don't have to use utensils to do everything. All right, next we're gonna dice up our bell peppers. I just rinsed them off. What you're gonna do first is cut it in half. Okay. And you should probably use a spoon for this, but I'm gonna use my hands after I cut it a little bit more. You wanna cut out the seeds because that's gonna make your patties very hot. Unless you like spice. If you like spice, leave them in by all means. I don't feel like burning my mouth today. Just squish it down. Do the same thing to this one. Now, you're gonna smash it down a little bit. That's gonna make it flat. And you're gonna make thin strips. Put those in a bowl. All right, so I went ahead and took all of the salmon out of the cans, and I put the juice in here. You only need the juice if once you mix everything together and it's too dry, to give it a little bit more moisture. But other than that, you don't need the juice. I guess you can use it to flavor something, but you know, whatever. All right, and next you're gonna get is your egg. You wanna make sure that you're not adding just, you don't wanna add your egg like this when you mix everything up. You wanna go ahead and scramble it because that's gonna make it a lot easier to incorporate. All right. So just get a fork. I know some of y'all probably thought, I can use a spoon. Use a fork or a whisk. Doesn't have to be too scrambled, but at least, you know, enough that if you were making eggs, you'd be like, okay, this is enough scrambled. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine our salmon with our onion, our egg, our breadcrumbs, I think that's enough. And then we're also going to season it with some salt, some pepper, and some oregano, or just salt and pepper, depending on how you like it. Okay. Now we're just going to mix it up. You know what? All right, and now you're going to form it into patties. Just take a handful and do your best to form it into a patty. Whatever size patty you think is, you know, good enough for you. I'm just going to do a couple more of these. All right, so now the olive oil is already cooked up in the pan. So you can start adding your patties. You don't want to crowd the pan because it is going to take longer for them to cook. I would say, depending on the size of your pan, 2 to 4. I'm going to go with 4 for right now. Let those cook. You want to cook it at about medium-high heat for 10 minutes. 5 minutes per side, or however long it takes for your stovetop to cook the patties. All right, and then once you're done with the salmon patties, you're going to add in your onion and pepper mix. There should already be enough oil in the pan, so just, you know, stir it in. Add some salt and pepper. Add a little bit more oil if you think you need to, but you should be fine. And then just cook it until it gains some color and it's cooked through. All right, so we are done with our salmon patties and our sauteed vegetables. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. I did add a few things off camera, like I added some oregano, salt and pepper to this. All right, let's give it a taste. You can't really taste the onions, but it definitely added a level of flavor. And then the little crispness on top, when you bite into it, it's like a nice, like satisfying crunch initially, and then it gets creamier and creamier and creamier. Now let's try the sauteed vegetables. Get a little pepper on here, some onion, and you see that they are both caramelized. That's gonna cook the sugars inside the vegetables, make it a little bit sweet, but you're gonna counteract it by adding your salt, your pepper, and a little bit of oregano. Give it more of like an herby kind of taste. Let's try it. It still has this crunch, which is nice. It has a little bit of heat from leaving in some of the seeds, which I would really recommend. If you can handle spice, I would definitely leave the seeds in. But they go good together. One thing you could do, depending on what vegetables you choose to use, is making like a sandwich. So get 2 buns, put your salmon patty on it, then your vegetables, like a little sauce, and you're golden. You are golden. All right, so that was episode 4. And tune in next time when we make our next recipe.